But here's the secret sauce.
Walked up to my door, opened the windows to my soul, told me he think that I should know there's no slowing down. As the globe spins around, you gotta keep going, gotta keep going. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore like we used to do. We don't laugh anymore. What was all of it for? Oh, we don't talk anymore like we used to do. I just heard you found the one you've been looking.
Morning, guys.
You've been looking for. I wish I would have known that wasn't me. 'Cause even after all this time, I still wonder.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lolo. It feels as though I've been missing and just kind of fell off the grid. I promise you it's been for a good reason. I would love to welcome you to my vlog and thank you for hopping in and seeing what I get up to. If you're new around here, it's really good to have you for the discourse and just tugging along. Please let me know where you're watching from. It really would help me just kind of gauge where my viewers are coming from. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic and the reason why I've been kind of MIA. I don't know if you guys watched the previous vlog, and if you haven't, please do, because it will all kind of make sense as to what I've been up to. I recently went and purchased a new camera. Ta-da! And this is the DJI 4. So not the 4P, the 4. And I got this from John Lewis. I got the creator combo. It was so exciting to have this little bad boy here, and I've been doing a lot of research, trying to learn how to work it because I was doing everything on an old iPhone. You'll probably be able to tell because of the quality of film. But hopefully, and even now, I'm still using an iPhone. However, it's because I'm still not 100% confident. I think I'm going to ease myself into it because there's just a lot to learn. You know, when it's new equipment, it's like you're going back to school, which is the reason why there hasn't been a vlog the previous week. So you guys will probably be watching this in maybe the second week because I have to edit it. With that, I've been trying to just kind of familiarize myself with this new camera, and I must say it's impressive. It really is. But I'm still using my iPhone because I just feel more confident with it, and I think that's what was making me overthink. I could have dropped something sooner, but I was like, no, I have to learn how to, you know, get the shots, do the settings and all of that jazz. So yeah, just kind of be patient with me. Anyways, today I also wanted to show you guys something that I have just received. I thought, wouldn't this be special to unbox this? Very often, and this is something that I was thinking about, how sentimental certain pieces of furniture are. I know that I value a lot of furniture that has had stories attached to it or some sort of testimony attached to it rather than something that I just bought, especially when I had money. I just feel like they don't hold as much value, which is very strange, but I hope that you can relate because I know I'm not the only one who thinks that way. I have certain pieces that I've purchased when I was absolutely broke as a mousetrap. Dare I say it? And they are the pieces that I still have. They're durable, they're long suffering, and I really am proud of investing in these things just because of the story and how God wove them into where they are today. I would never really get rid of them because of that. But then they're pieces that you just buy when you have money, and I realize that they don't hold that much value. And for me, because I love furniture, I love interior design, I love architecture, I look at small pieces of detail rather than, oh yeah, that will look nice, that will fit in. For me, I look at all the aspects that will enhance the look and the feature inside of the rooms, I wanted to share with you this beautiful piece of furniture. And if you've been following me for a little bit, you'll notice that I do have a love for antiques. I'm a shabby chic type of girl, so I love old with a bit of new. I just feel as though this style of furniture never goes out of style, and it just looks expensive. And the great thing is you can get some really, really good bargains. So if you are like me and don't want to be changing your house every couple of years because you're following trends, really look at avoiding trends when you're buying your furniture. For example, I purchased this bed and it's had a bit of a makeover. I believe I've had it for maybe about 13 years. It has seen so many different phases. The fabric that it has right now is actually me who repurposed it. So I painted it in COVID and I was quite poorly. This was at a time where my health had been a big knock on me, but during that time I had so much anxiety, so much unrest, and so much worry and fear. But what ended up happening in that period was me discovering prayer can lessen my anxiety. And then God was also revealing himself in the small little things, in the everyday little things. And this was one of it. I remember a friend introducing me to this specific paint, which was amazing. It was matte. And in COVID, if you weren't wilding out, you were probably doing DIY. So you either had one or two options, and I went into the DIY because I love all things home, all things style, rather than going wild. Granted, I did have a little wild season, but we'll talk about that another day. This is pretty much how my bed is laid. I do this every morning unless we're having a bad day. Anyways, my lips were feeling a little bit dry, and as you guys may know, I am in love with any shade that's brown. That's me. But I recently bought this Huda Beauty and it's in the liquid matte mousse in the shade rich brown. Yeah, my lips feel moisturized. And also it helps me just get the Lolo groove back on, even without much makeup on.
A few moments later.
I really wanted to bring you into this journey because this is one of the things that I often share with people. There's this beautiful dresser. Well, it's not really a dresser, but I made it into a dresser because I used to have an IKEA white dresser, and I just decided that this was not given anymore. It wasn't just mentally where I was in terms of decor, and I just wanted a little spruce, a little character, something that would set me apart in my bedroom. I went on the good old eBay to get some secondhand furniture pieces because they have amazing bargains there. I kid you not, this is so crazy. just how God was working, and he was working in the small little details. So I came across this piece of furniture. It was going for $4.99, and that was a starting bid. I remember thinking, oh, in the Bible study we were learning that we can ask God, we can ask him anything. So I decided, I was like, I really want this dressing table. So I prayed and I was like, Heavenly Father, please, 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 I don't have money, but I really want this dressing table. And at this point I didn't hear God audibly or have a relationship with him. It was in the infancy of my surrendering and being saved. So I was like, God, please, I pray that you blind everyone from seeing this piece of furniture. Please don't allow anyone to be interested in it for up to a week so that I can get it back home. Yeah, I had such little faith because I was on there every night having a look and just waiting and waiting. I remember I didn't even tell anybody. So final day of the bid, I was able to get it for $4.99. And this is an expensive piece of furniture. And I remember speaking to the buyer, just letting them know that I would absolutely treasure this little bad boy. It was going to come to a home that it would be loved. That lady, was it a lady or a man? I think it was a lady. Yeah, that lady was like, no, that's fine. I don't mind selling it for that price. Because, you know, when you get stuff on eBay, when you're bidding, they don't always have to honor the sale, especially if they feel that they are making a loss. But this lady was so lovely. She's like, as long as it's coming to a good home and it's being treasured, then I will have peace. So that's how I purchased it. God knows where it came from. It definitely came from like the far end of Timbuktu, somewhere very far, places that I'd never even heard, like Pontypandy. Maybe it was like Wales or somewhere. So I got it home, and then I shared in the Bible study. I shared with everybody. I was like, oh my God, do you know one thing that I did? I purchased this new beautiful old mahogany sideboard, but I'm going to make it into a dressing table. But here's the secret sauce. I prayed that nobody should watch it, and it came to pass. God answered my prayer. And I remember sharing this in the Bible study. They were just chuckling. They were like, oh, so you and God were like concocting sneaky stuff. I was like, oh, well, yeah, if you look at it that way. So this piece of furniture that I have, I would never sell this because it not only looks so expensive after I've done a makeover, I also remember how God used this as a way to strengthen my faith and to grow it. So I say this to say that pray about anything, because God is in the small details, even down to the mirror that I've got today. God saw me, and of course I wasn't even aware that God was watching me. I saw this mirror some years ago. I really wanted it because it was antique. When I went to the price, I was like, ugh, not for a mirror, no Lord, no. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not spending that on a mirror. Recently, God gave me a dream to go and purchase that mirror, and he confirmed it in just a crazy way. It's here, so this is what I want to share with you. And I'll also pop in my dressing table, which I absolutely love. It also ironically has lions, Lion of Judah, get it? No pun intended. It's just gorgeous. Anyways, guys, let's get into the vlog and let's unbox. So just ignore some of the blemishes. It does need a little bit of a retouch with paint. This was an antique, and I think I bought that for maybe $1.99. If not, yeah, I think it was $1.99 or maybe £5. This was a piano stool. It was mahogany. When we found out that it was actually worth over £1,000, we were just super duper stoked. Anywho, this is why I say don't sleep on secondhand furniture. Why are there tablets underneath? Anyways, don't watch that, please. I painted this and put a cushion, which is really bad, but this is actually from a white company. But at the time, I just felt that it worked perfectly with this stool. Once I realized that if I prayed, I could get a bargain, I then did the same thing and I won it. And this is all from eBay. And again, I was like, so sorry to the buyer, but sorry, not sorry. But they were so lovely. And we got it home, repurposed it. I painted it black and gold because those are just simple colors that you can always change. And I love how expensive it looks because of the matte style rather than gloss. Anyways, so I decided to put some tassels. don't even know where I got these, but I think I need to get like some bigger tassels. The only thing that it didn't have, and please don't worry about that, it's all the creams and all of that jazz. Like I said, we do need to retouch it a little bit so that we can have it looking as glam as it did. The only thing that was missing was the other ring, and I've been meaning to get this ring replaced, but I've never bothered, which is quite annoying. You know, you have those things where in your mind you're like, I'm going to do that, but you never get around to it. I will insert a picture of what it looked like before, and this is one piece of furniture that I would never get rid of because it was a testimony, and look at how expensive it looks. Minus the delivery, who would know that I spent under £10 for these two? Like, come on, guys, tell me that God isn't good. So this is the bed. I did buy it in Essex somewhere, but I can't remember. And again, it was repurposed and it's a vintage piece, but I have painted it over the years and it's really held up really good because I just wanted stripes. It was this bed that I saw and I thought, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But when I got a quote, I was like, oh, I don't have the money to do that just quite yet. Turns out many years later, I would learn about this lovely paint, which is what I use on most of my DIY projects. I love this bed. It used to have like polka dots and it was like beige. But I will insert what it looked like before. Now it's striped and I think it's taupe and grey. And I'm planning to revamp that. But what I like about this style of furniture is if we get bored, we can simply just strip everything apart and replace. We can get fabric, we can paint it, we can just do anything we want with it without me needing to buy a new bed and follow trends. But yeah. Let's go downstairs and let's open this mirror. I'm so stressed out. I've got a confession. I'm so worried because I feel as though this is not going to fit in. It's just, I didn't look at the measurements. As soon as I was able to, and God gave me the confirmation, I was like, yeah, in the basket. And then when I was trying to track it, I thought, hold on, how big is this mirror? And when I looked and got the measuring tape, I was like, oh my goodness, because it was actually intended to go into my bedroom. So I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if maybe I might have to have it here in the lounge for now. But in this property, I do have high ceilings. It's an old fashioned, what do you call this? What do you call this house? Terrace house. So the height isn't the issue. The only problem is, if you've noticed, I have a little TV on top. And of course, when we put it up there, me and my handyman, we didn't anticipate that I would be purchasing a mirror about a year later. So I just don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, he might have to come and reposition that because... oh gosh. But anyways, he knows that I'm a little bit aloof, or he knows that the brain maths in my mind don't really work. So... it's so noisy out here. Hope you guys can hear me. Close that window. So rude. Let's unbox. I got this from William Wood and it's the Amelia Gold. Me and my mom have decided that we're not going to take it upstairs. It just makes sense that it's here. It's also making this lounge feel as though it's double sized as a result of having this long mirror. I think, how much did it say it was? I think it's like 200 centimeters by 186 centimeters. Let me give you a close up. It also goes very well with my letterbox. Just look at God. Look at how stunning those features are. Beautiful.
In the stillness of the night, my dear, whispered secrets only hearts can hear. Beneath the moon's soft silver light, two souls unite in the hush of night.
For all the selfie queens, this is the spot to be. Yeah, I'm in love with this. This is just another piece that I am so grateful. It's only by God's hand that I was able to even get my hands on it, because it could have been sold out, or I could have just not been able to afford it, quite clearly. So I am going to go and pray and thank God. Anyways, guys, I'm also going to get ready for a laser appointment at a new clinic. Let's see what it's about. Yeah, we'll deep dive when we get back home. I've seen good things. Yeah, I'm so bummed that Sky left, because she's the one that did my treatments. And ever since she left, I just don't feel like because I used to go there because Sky was also really attentive with my skin. So with that being said, let's wash my hair, get out of this house and go for this laser appointment, which is a consultation appointment. So they're going to do like a skin test, and we're going to go through my medical history, my shaving history, my skin history, and then we'll book me in for some sessions. So without further ado, let's get into the rest of the vlog.